It's that time of the day where everybody gathers around their mobile device and says, let's watch Dan and Mike.
Did you get the hot cocoa?
Yeah. I'm Dan Ramey. He is the icon, Mike Smith.
I thought we changed that. The Mycon.
Oh, the Mycon. Well, I'm still working on getting this icon thing up and run as best we possibly can. We were joking, was a couple of weeks ago, about you being the icon. And our guest this morning just shared the video on her Facebook page, and she said, an icon like Mike Smith. So see, it's catching.
Yeah.
It's taking traction.
She just heard you say that.
And making its way through. We have several things to share with you today. A lot of things in news today. One of them, a review from yesterday, something that I had the opportunity to participate in, and an interview from back in January that finally made its way to the YouTube airwaves this week. So we'll share that for you coming up in a bit. We talked about the weather making a change. It was kind of cool this morning. I was expecting it to be a little warmer today.
I think I was awakened around 2 o'clock. It was raining pretty hard at our house at that time, and I even saw where there was a little bit of hail showing up in some areas. I don't know if we got that or not, but the rain will break for the time being, but it'll pick back up tonight here throughout the Scioto Valley. High today of 66. Windy and 72 tomorrow, and then the bottom drops out on Friday. We're going to drop down into the 30s and 40s, but that's good news because people to the north of us are under a snowstorm warning.
Yeah, we're expecting 2 feet in Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at 2 feet of snow, you say. But look at this, where you see the couple of humps there, and then they slope down all the way down to 32 degrees on Friday.
Yeah.
But we'll have sun and 42 later in the day.
Yeah, maybe. And the weekend, what's that look like? I can't see that far down the
here, let me slide it over.
See, this is the neat thing about this widget. You
slide it
folks
right
can
over.
do this too on our website.
Exactly. Saturday we're looking at cloudy conditions, maybe some sun later in around 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock. And Sunday, clouds return, still in the 30s for the weekend.
Yeah. So it is still winter, folks. We're not officially at spring just yet. Remember that groundhog?
Who? All right, coming up, news, sports, and this date in history. But first, we want to tell you about, trying to find it here, Pickaway Ross Career and Technology Adult Center, Adult Education. They've got the kids out there, the juniors and seniors, working on trades and things like that. Well, they've got a lot of adult programs, too. And right now, a conversation we had yesterday about the Basic Peace Officer Academy in partnership with Ohio University, Chillicothe. They are enrolling people at Pickaway Ross for this program. Now, March 6th is the cutoff date. Mm-hmm. So as Terry Mickish was telling us yesterday, if you want to be a part of this, you better hurry up and get in touch with them. You can do so by going to the Pickaway Ross Career and Technology Center website. And not only that, you can find some other things, too, about other programs they have, all at Pickaway Ross CTC, one of our new sponsors here on Litter Media Live. Coming up, news about these folks, too.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When ensuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
If you got some mid-cleanup, maybe you've had some type of storm damage and you've had to contact Tomlinson Insurance Agency, and you need to do some cleanup. You need a dumpster. Scioto Valley Dumpsters. Give them a call at 740-253-8389. They can get you taken care of with a dumpster. And then when you're done putting stuff in it, they'll haul it away. Scioto Valley Dumpsters, 740-253-8389. 89. Where are we starting in news today?
Well, actually, with an interview that you just got loaded up on YouTube.
Ah, yes, with this young lady. Speaking of Hunter Rajan, former Bishop Flaget student, she and her family moved to the Dublin area after she completed 8th grade. She's now a senior at Dublin Jerome, and I asked her, I said, what brought your interest into what they're talking about here, the power in neuroscience, the Penn Olympiad? She explains here.
It started a long time ago in like around middle school. I wasn't too open about it, but it happened when a member of my family suffered a TBI, and from that, their personality changed dramatically. And it was mostly that made me wonder why this was happening to them. And so from there, I just started to branch out on my own and try to find resources that could provide me some sort of information. And it just escalated from there. And here I am now.
Very interesting kid, and she'll probably one day be a brain surgeon, is all I can figure. She's involved with the Power in Neuroscience Club at Dublin Jerome. She's the president of that club. And she also placed second in the competition that they're talking about. That QR code that we keep showing you on there, just scan that. If you've got a kid who's interested in neuroscience and they're a high schooler, this is the competition for them. She says it's going to be all things neuroscience.
That's neat.
Which is way above you and me.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And for those that don't remember, a number of years back when she was at Flaget, she was a finalist in the National Spelling Bee competition.
Yes, not once but twice. So, incredible kid.
Yeah. How do you spell cat?
K-A-T.
Yeah, really. Also in the news today, another interview that we completed just about an hour ago here on Litter Media Live, a Pickaway County Special Edition with a ball of fire by the name of Marie Wilbanks.
What does financial freedom mean to you?
Oh, it's somewhere here.
That's tomorrow.
I've got it sooner or later. I'm sorry. Go
That's
ahead.
Tomorrow's show, yeah. Marie is the president of the Sunrise Rotary Club in Circleville, and she's also their service director for the Pickaway County DD Board. And we had her talk about those two and a number of the other duties that she has in Pickaway County. And if you don't want to go to Circleville or Pickaway County after hearing this lady talk, you're dead, because she is just a ball of fire.
That she is.
And that interview, you can go back if you didn't get to see it live. That is on our Facebook Live from earlier this morning. The American Red Cross, as they do each month, always give us a schedule of where they're going to be for the coming month. Well, the coming month will be March, and blood drives are scheduled for our area in Ross, Fayette, and Highland counties. There are 7 drives that will be in Ross County for the month of March, 2 in Highland, and only 1 in Fayette County. The Ross-Chillicothe Convention and Visitors Bureau has released its 2022 annual report after an extremely successful year in tourism. Key indicators that were used to measure the success included attendance counts at attractions, expansion in lodging facilities, and revenue from lodging taxes remitted. All 3 of these facilities, which reflected an increase year over year as they resumed normal operations after the pandemic. This measurement confirmed that leisure travelers felt comfortable returning to their travel activities. Last year saw one of the largest expansions in short-term rental rooms coming online. A story that we did actually back in middle of January. One more reminder that Adena Local Schools have sent out a reminder to the area that the deadline to apply for their district superintendent's position is February the 28th. As we reported in January, current superintendent John Balzer is retiring at the end of this school year. If you have the qualifications, which you'll find in that story on littermedia.com, your application should be sent to District Treasurer Kel Morton by the end of business on February the 28th. The 2023 Pickaway County Fair Book is now online, and there's how you can find it. That's got a lot of the activities, events, different things that are going to be coming up when the fair runs in June, but that book is now available to you online. The warehouse and e-commerce team of Chillicothe Goodwill Online had some extra help from students of Pickaway Ross Career and Technology Center who were working on earning a seal for graduation. Go to Goodwill's website to see Jonna Ison's story about how they got some help from the folks at Pickaway Ross. And those are your topic headlines.
Did you have the conference coming to OUC on today, or is that tomorrow?
We did have it on today, but you can save it for tomorrow if you can get it to today.
Okay, very good. Something we wanted to...
We have an interview on Friday, so we've got
Right.
time to do that tomorrow.
Something that we wanted to go back and talk about was this here. We were talking about this Pike Heritage Museum, but I misidentified which church it's in. It's in the Lutheran church there, not the Catholic church. I think they're on the same street, if I'm not mistaken. But thank you to Steve Lewis for pointing that out to us after the show yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Is he on a boat today, or?
I'm not sure if he is. It's on the probably PP Creek, maybe. I don't know if that's the case or not. So.
Yeah. I've crossed that creek on the bridge, but not over a boat. Yeah.
I remember as a kid, we would go to visit Mom and Dad's family down in Kentucky, and every time we come through Waverly, I was always excited about going across PP Creek.
PP Creek.
Dad would always say, you need to make a stop, son.
Yeah, and that is a township there, right?
It is.
In Pike
yes,
County, yeah.
Yes. And there's also PP Gas right there, too.
Yeah.
In the South End.
We got to look up the history, unless you know it, how it got that name.
I do not know it.
Somebody from Pike County, you got to.
But I'm sure a number of people who are not familiar with it, their minds are cranking right now, so what it could possibly be. So.
Yeah, Daniel Boone came across that creek and, had to go. Yeah.
He was making a short pit stop.
Yeah, exactly.
Pike County. All right. McDonald's, they have today scheduled every Wednesday as your day to meet with the manager.
2 to 5 at all of their area locations.
And they've got IBC root beer now, so it's even more reason to stop in. Plus, the Shamrock Shake.
That's right. And we were in there yesterday, and they didn't want to talk to us.
They didn't?
About a job.
Oh, well, there's a lot of people who wouldn't want to talk to us
They
about
said, you two will pass on. Everybody else, you come in. Yeah.
Sir, excuse me. You look like a candidate. Not you, but you do.
Yeah, really.
You can see that. But 2 to 5 every Wednesday at Chillicothe, the 4 locations here in Waverly, also in Greenfield, and up in Circleville. That is your open interview opportunity. If you want to join the team at McDonald's, they're always looking for McCrew members.
McCrew member. I like it. You've just invented one.
I had McFlurry on my mind because when we was talking about the Shamrock Shakes, they've got the Shamrock McFlurry.
Ooh,
I don't remember seeing that last year,
that's
so I don't know if it's
one,
new
or
I usually go for the shake. I like the shake. At McDonald's,
I'm loving it.
sports is on the way next. Oops. And so's this. Once again, Pickaway County
Get that
Fair.
online book.
.org. Tell them Dan and Mike sent you.
At Rathkamp Financial, we offer customized investment solutions and superior client service. We believe in long-term relationships and working to earn your continued trust. Our greatest satisfaction comes from working with clients for many years and helping them realize their dreams.
For transportation options in Ross County, call Ross County Health District's Mobility Management Team, 740-779-9652.
Hi, I'm Dave Pinkerton with Advanced Services Heating and Cooling, your local heating and cooling expert. If you want quality service, quality installation, give Advanced Services a call, 740-773-4499.
If sweat is your body's natural way of cooling itself down, then condensation is a beer's natural way of saying, drink me. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer.
Let me push the buttons, and it's time for sports.
A lot more tournament action to talk about from last night. Of course, boys and girls high school tournament basketball around the area last night. The real thriller in boys Division I action. It was 47-47, Tays Valley and Hilliard Darby going into the overtime. Only 2 points were scored, and that was Mr. Nungester of Tays Valley with 2 seconds left in the OT to win it, 49-47. The Vikings now move on to take on St. Charles this Friday in the sectional final.
If you have seen Tays Valley play, he's the kid that wears the sweatband around his head.
Yes. Sir.
Very 1970-ish looking.
Oh, yeah. Lancaster was a winner. Low-scoring game, 39-29. They will take on Olentangy Liberty. Olentangy Orange, 76-27 over Logan, and Orange will now host Chillicothe, the Cavaliers, on this Friday.
I would have loved to have seen an upset there. So Chillicothe and Logan could play each other, 2 Southeast District teams playing in the Central District.
Yeah.
I think that would have been cool.
Yeah, didn't happen. The team out of the Mid-State League, Hamilton Township, they lost to Bishop Watterson. Division III winners last night include Westfall, Belpre, Northwest, Fairland, Portsmouth West, Lynchburg, Clay, Valley, Portsmouth, Nelsonville, York, Rock Hill, Wheelersburg, and Chesapeake, and you can see beside them who they play next. But probably the story of the night was out of the Central District Division IV Girls District Semi. Number 1 seed and undefeated number 3 state-ranked Bern Union.
All that went through the tubes.
Got knocked off by 6-loss Mount Gilligan, 43-38. That senior class of Bern Union had a record of 93-11 over 4 years, with 4 MSL Cardinal titles and 3 district championships. No one saw that coming last night.
Yeah, in fact, you were telling me the other day you were projecting Bern Union and Lancaster Fisher Catholic going against each other.
Yeah. So Bern Union goes down. Lancaster Fisher Catholic won big over Danville, 70-40, and now Fisher Catholic moves on to the district final against Patriot Prep. The preview of what's happening tonight, it's Division I girls, Tays Valley Lady Vikings against Westerville South. Division II, Bloom Carroll Bexley, Hamilton Township, North Union. Division III in the Southeast District at Valley High School, Portsmouth West takes on Minford, followed by Adena. Portsmouth at Jackson, it's North Adams, Lynchburg Clay. Leesburg, Fairfield against Rock Hill. And D3 at Athens High School, the Berg against Chesapeake. And Southeastern, who was an upset sectional final winner, they take on Nelsonville York. For the 5th time this season, Southeastern High School graduate and now Rio Grande senior Ella Skeens has been named the River States Conference Women's Basketball Player of the Week 5 times this season. She, this past week, averaged almost 30 points a game, 6 rebounds a contest, and shot 62% from the field for the week. That's doggone good.
Is she a senior?
I believe so. Yes, sir. Also in other sports, the Ross County Mountain Lions continue to grow. Ross County youth riding on mountain trails with the season a little over 4 months away. Is this Joe's outfit?
I can't remember if he's still with them or not.
Okay, but he's the one that probably got it started.
I think so.
Yeah. I think you did.
Well, he was out at Uniota, but this is a different group.
So this is a different group.
Yeah.
But maybe got inspired by that group. And some good news for the OU men's basketball team. They won their 6th straight last night, beating Northern Illinois 77-68, and in doing so have clinched a berth into the MAC tournament. Now, not everybody in the MAC gets into their own conference tournament. I think you have to finish in the top 8 to qualify, and the Bobcats did so with that win last night.
You also had a couple of other stories I think you skipped here. Brian Barnett onto the Mid-State League Hall of Fame, not only as basketball coach, but also golf coach.
Yeah, congratulations. That's a big honor. I guess I didn't remember that he was also the golf coach.
Yeah, he is a 1985 graduate of Tays Valley, I believe. And he has been in the basketball program for 30-plus years.
Wow.
So
great accomplishment.
And hard to believe I had not met him until they played Logan Elm back in December. And but congratulations to Brian Burnett. And also, this is the new course for 2023 for the Buck 50. If you take a look down towards the bottom there, it looks like this really jumbled red dot. Well, that's part of the course, and that's down through Scioto Trails. And you'll see also over in checkpoint 17, that's over in Great Seal Park. and Tar Hollow area. Those are the most challenging portions of the. So you've got to be a true climbing runner to participate in those portions of the course.
They tell me that running through the forest in the night, it's like you're in a cave, unless you got your flashlight, because it is just. If the moon is out, the trees are obscuring that, so you're really in the dark.
It's not getting down to you in any fashion. And I will tell you, having my car broke down on the way to work today. This takes me back to when my car broke down back around 1982. I was in Pike County on my way back to where I was going, and the car just died. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I've got to walk to where I was going. Pike County is mostly forest where I live, and I wasn't living there yet. I am now. But I had heard all kinds of stories about Black Panthers and
Mothman.
All kinds of things. And I heard something while I'm walking down the road. I've never, ever, ever run as fast as I did that night. I ran to the closest porch light I could find, knocked on the door, and thank you to Mr. McBee for coming to the door.
So he didn't have a shotgun like the guy in Mothman did.
No shotgun.
Yeah,
so
good.
there wasn't anything like that. But
what are you doing?
I'm telling you, it was. Now you knock on somebody's door today in the middle of the night like that, there will be a shotgun. Yeah, times have changed over 30
And
plus
Dan
years.
may be toting the shotgun on the other end of that door.
That's
so watch
right.
it. Yeah,
that's right. Okay, coming up, this date in history, and we are going where today?
1980. We need a miracle today.
Okay. Those of us who are familiar with the story have already been teased at what it's going to be.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
So stick close for that. I want to tell you about Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your trusted comfort advisor. They serve a wide area of southern Ohio, and they've been doing so for 4 decades now, from Columbus all the way down to the river. I'm talking about the Ohio River, and wide over to Dayton as well. So you want to find out more, click on this ad anywhere you see it at littermedia.com. It will take you right to their website to learn more about Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Introducing Budweiser Zero. 0% alcohol, 0 grams of sugar, full Budweiser flavor. For all the moments you want a beer and need to stay on your game. Budweiser Zero. Zero compromise.
Big yards, small yards, hilly yards, silly yards. Every yard is unique, and every yard, no matter how much you love it, can be uniquely frustrating to mow. That's why Country Clipper is designed to tackle any obstacle imaginable. It's the perfect mower for even the most imperfect yard. Country Clipper, engineered for easy.
Archway of Opportunities is a scholarship program. It can include the crew members and it can include managers. The scholarship is $2,500 for crew members and it's $3,000 for managers. For my store alone, we've had $35,000 go out just in 1 year. And for all 7 of our stores, we had $66,000 in scholarship funds.
This is Big Chillicothe. Horizon's 100% fiber internet service is coming to your area. Call 740-772-8331 or visit horizonconnects.com/Chillicothe to sign up today.
Hey, before we get to this date in history, I want to take a moment. Yesterday, I was at Chillicothe Intermediate School. I had a chance to go out and visit with these kids, and we're going to go through these. These are a lot of the superior winners. In fact, all of these are superior winners. These kids are all who participated in the Chillicothe Intermediate School STEM Science Fair, very first time. And now this is the first time they have had this event. I'm going to turn this picture on there's the judges. Had an opportunity to judge with all them there folks. But this is the one I really wanted to show you. These are the 6th grade Morgan Southers and 5th grade William Christian. They were the top scorers in this event. The young man on the right, he's the one I was telling you about the battery yesterday.
Yeah.
He says Energizer is the way to go. So just wanted to make sure we got that out there. Also, again, to the these kids here, you're looking at Morgan Southers along with William Lawson, Jonah Burns, Walker Throne, Allie Johnson, and William Christian. They were the ones that were the STEM award winners, and then the superior recipients. There they are.
What's
all
that young
superiors.
man holding in his hand?
A medallion.
Okay, I didn't. From
Yes.
my angle here, I couldn't quite tell what that was.
Yeah. So they're. I had a chance to judge Walker's thing there with Jennifer from ODOT, and it was interesting. All about corking a baseball bat.
I wonder if his dad taught him anything about that.
I think he did, because in one of the photos on his display, you could see it was Mike Throne's chest. And and I'm not saying it's because this big, burly, hairy chest. He had a T-shirt on, and you could see Walker's hands doing this, but you could see Dad was holding something while Walker was doing the actual work.
I'm surprised you didn't see his gut sticking out. We won't name the place, but we saw him carrying a bag of donuts out when we came through this morning, didn't we?
He was
Gotcha.
doing his best to support the local commerce.
We blew the horn at him. I thought he was going to drop his bag of donuts.
This date in history takes us back to
a miracle in 1980. In one of the most dramatic upsets in Olympic history, the underdog U.S. hockey team, made up of college players, defeats the 4-time defending gold medal winning Soviet team at the Olympic Games in Lake Placid, New York. The Soviet squad, previously regarded as the best in the world, they had, on an exhibition tour prior to the Olympics, had not only defeated NHL teams, but clobbered them, like double digits. Well, when they came up against the Americans in front of 10,000 frenzied fans, the American team wins it 4-3, and of course the U.S. 2 days later would beat Finland 4-2 to win the hockey gold. And it all happened. Do you believe in miracles? Yes, Al Michaels said.
I think a lot of people have always been confused, thinking that this was the gold medal game.
Yeah,
but
for all intent and purposes, it was, but it wasn't.
Right, and if you think about it, it was probably bigger than a gold medal game.
Yeah,
in all reality. So, later today, 4:00. Lori Graves will be here, and Lori is coming on to talk. She's a part of the Majestic Theater Board of Directors, and she'll be talking about some of the events coming up, such as the Paul Francis Quartet, who will be playing this coming Saturday. They've got a number of other shows they'll be doing. But I happened to see on Facebook while we were doing the program here that she has announced it is with great excitement and a touch of sadness that I am announcing I have officially accepted the position of Community Connections Coordinator with the Pioneer Center Ross Board of DD. She'll be assisting Community Outreach Director, also event planning and coordination, promoting inclusion and services provided by the Ross County Board of DD, acting as a voice for individuals with developmental disabilities. She'll also get to present to businesses and organizations about the benefits of employing DD individuals, and she'll be working with the Special Olympics coordinator. So congratulations.
Congratulations, Lori.
Lori Graves. She has been a part of officiating track and field for how many years?
Yeah, used to coach volleyball years ago.
Right. And she and Gail Mahaffey, who was in that judge's photo with me there earlier, they'll be ready to go because track season's underway. Practice all started on Monday, and I think Paradise is going to her first practice today.
Good luck to all of those athletes, and good luck, Lori.
Yes, and looking forward to seeing you this afternoon at 4:00 with a special edition of Litter Media Live. Anything for radio today?
No, not that I can think of. Usually you'll say something and it just triggers a memory, but today...
And I have nothing of weight.
I've got your
Nothing
car
of
on my
value.
mind, so I'm worried about you. So Does your wife know this yet?
Yes, she does.
Okay, very good.
Yes.
I'm not spilling the beans on the air.
And this is the car that I inherited from my wife. And
that sounds familiar.
Precisely.
Wife gets a new car, you get the one she was driving.
Yes. So, and when she got a car recently, it was because despite it was my turn to get a car, because we were taking turns in this fashion. She has had 2 cars now since I've had a car.
You may have to borrow her car.
I may have to borrow her car to get
or
into
she's
going to
be the taxi cab driver, one or the other. Yeah.
Yes. Or you might see an advertisement for litter quality propane in the LQP van.
Very well could be. Yeah. Well, it needs to be run every once in a while.
It
just
does.
To keep the motor running.
It does. And I put gas in it the other day. So it needs to get out there and advertise for our parent company.
Absolutely.
So, all right. That's it for the show today. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back with you again this afternoon with that special edition with Lori Graves and a daily show tomorrow at 11 o'clock here on Facebook Live.